We're live here from Greenville, South Carolina. Hello, everyone. John Goff, I'm Director of Business Development. I may have met some of you at Amplify. Really great show. I'll get into that a little bit, but just a quick introduction for those of you who do not know me. I've been involved with CRM for the construction and design world for about 7 years now. It's been my sole focus. I came over from Oracle, database and security solutions there. And so my passions, I spent the first part of my career in wholesale lumber. So always on job sites and enjoyed the business, the aspects of the business, that things done with a handshake. And so I combined that with technology and sales tools, and the stars kind of aligned for CRM for the industry, which is really my passion. So nice to be with you all today. And I brought a special guest here with me today. Yep. Some of you, if you've been on our previous webinars, have seen Chris Fay. Chris Fay was also out at Amplify in Columbus. He's president of the company and founder of TrebleHook. But Chris could not be here today, so we brought in what we think. Well, B for Ben. There we go. Not B for like less than A. So yeah, welcome, Ben.
Sure. So my name is Ben Innerst, and I am the director of sales here at TrebleHook. And I've been in the AEC industry probably 5-6 years. And I'm responsible for revenue growth here. John reports to me, and a couple other folks. Will Taylor's another guy on our team that you probably heard a lot from the last couple weeks leading up to this event. But I'm super excited to be here and hear what you have to say and give away some cool prizes.
Good deal. Yeah. Thanks, Ben. Yeah. Will did a great job. Will called all of you at least once before the show and did follow-ups too, and has been an integral part of making this show a success. For us, it was being prepared as well as just it being a great event. I think they added about 150 people in the last week or two. So I think it was almost 900 attendees out there in Columbus. My first time in Columbus, I enjoyed my time there. And we just had a great time. We had an after party one night with some of our other vendor partners there. That really added some spice to it all, and just meeting a lot of people, and the feedback that we've received has been all positive. So yeah. With that, Ben, you want to just kind of guide us through our agenda for today?
Yeah, sure. So agenda for today, we have a Dyson Airwrap that we're going to be giving away.
Yeah, many of you came by and were clicking the QR code on that one.
So. Yep. So I heard that was pretty popular. So we're going to be giving that away. And we're going to give that away right up front. So we'll get into that pretty soon. And then we have a quick demo that John's going to give for you guys that I think will be exciting for y'all to hear. And then we had a lot of people that signed up for this, and we wanted to give away another item. So we're going to give away a pair of Bose headphones as well. And then stay tuned to the end. We have another Airwrap that we're going to give away. We want to talk about that with you at the end, and then end up with a referral program I think you guys would be really interested in hearing about. So, hey, let's switch screens and get into our little circle here and draw a name for the Airwrap.
Spin the wheel. So
what we're going to ask you to do, we're going to spin the wheel, and if we land on your name, raise your hand.
We'll try to see who's here and who isn't, but we're doing this live. The technical difficulties may ensue here. We don't know. This is a first-time experiment. So Mackenzie is at the wheel, and if you win, it's all to her credit. If you lose, well, it's Mackenzie Height at TrebleHook.com. So
let's spin the wheel.
Give it a spin, Mackenzie.
Come on.
And we need a little drum roll too. So
all right. Yvette Kelly.
Yvette here. Let me see. I have a list of people that I can look through, but I don't see that she's raised a hand or that she's on the wheel. So unfortunately, it looks like spin away. Okay.
Katie Bach.
We might be spinning a little while here. We had a lot of people who had signed up that have not shown up today. So give it a spin, Mackenzie. That's right. Increasing your chances. Now, I don't know if the wheel takes people's names off this. So if we keep going.
Oh, Rachel Gray. Rachel.
Rachel Gray. Oh, we are not getting the attendees here to keep on spinning, Mackenzie. I'm glad we talked about like how many spins do we want to give for this, and we said, well, we'll make sure that it's Philly. Dakota, I believe, is here.
Is she?
I think we've got Dakota here. If we can see a hand, I'm here. Oh, yes, we got. I'm here. All right, Dakota. Congratulations. So if you, Mackenzie is talking softly, so it's not to be heard on camera, but what are your, drop it in the chat, or what, how would you like to get her information so we can get this? We'll email you, Dakota. So awesome. You're good. We'll take care of you. So
yeah. So this one's off the table.
It took a few spins, but congratulations, Dakota. Oh.
All right. So John.
All right. So now, yeah, we really appreciate you being here. There was a lot of interest at the show. As you saw, there were things around proposals and AI, artificial intelligence, and how that ties into the proposal process was a big topic of discussions. As usual, when we get together with a lot of folks, it's like with anything, you have the love our systems, hate our systems, somewhere in between. So, but there were a lot of people who were struggling with their CRM that we talked to. And so TrebleHook is designed to be an easy to use CRM. Keep it simple is our, one of our success principles. So everything that we have built into the product is really to make things easy for the user. And so, you can talk about all the other things. We focus on integrations, tying in with other systems, value for marketing, value for BD, value for leadership, all those things. At the end of the day, if the system is not easy to use and intuitive, and people can go in and get it without 10 hours of training, and then the tool won't be as valuable and nobody's going to use it. So I'm going to show you. My goal here is just quick overview. I tend to be long-winded. I'm not saying I get that from Chris Fay, but I'm not saying I don't. But I'm going to give you as quick an overview as I can, and just kind of give you an idea of how we've set it up so that it's easy for users, but still a powerful tool here. So I'm going to see if I can go ahead and figure out how to share this from my screen here. Mackenzie, help me out if I did anything wrong here. Looks like I'm good. All right. So for those of you who have seen Salesforce before, this is going to look pretty familiar. And the reason being, we are a Salesforce partner, but not in the sense that most people think of Salesforce partners. Most people think of Salesforce as being a partner, is like a implementation partner, or somebody who comes in and has a services model. You're buying licenses from Salesforce. You're paying somebody to come in and implement it and build it out for you. That is not our model. Our model is we have purchased the underlying Force.com engine or platform. We've built our own product on top of it. So what you see is all TrebleHook. So the good news is we do not have to build all the stuff that is traditional CRM. All of that is underneath. We take advantage of that. Salesforce comes out with new enhancements. They do work with artificial intelligence. They're doing all these cool things in the background. They spend billions of dollars every year. That's billions of dollars that we don't have and don't want to spend. If we did, we're focusing on projects and really customizing it, fine tuning it for businesses like yours. So you can see right up top here, I always like to kind of show Force.com. You're on the Force.com platform, Lightning Edition. The first thing that you may notice is there are no leads and opportunities here. And you're like, well, wait a minute, all CRMs have leads and opportunities. They do. TrebleHook, what we've done, and I'm going to click over to just kind of a matrix here to show you a little bit of how we do implementation, but also show you our process as well. So we're tracking from lead to win, and then from contract to completion, and then ultimately historical and archived projects. So we're following lead, opportunity, proposal, award contract, submit for startup. These are generally speaking the stages that any A, E, or C firm is going to follow. They may call them different things. They may have more or less stages, but basically you're going to get a lead of some sort. You're gonna vet your leads, and the ones that you choose to pursue are your opportunities. You need to get a proposal, pricing, qual packages, all that coming together. So proposal gets out to the customer. The customer is reviewing it and signs it, and you need to submit that for startup. And you're submitting it in a project management system. You're submitting it in a financial system, but it's following this life cycle. And so part of our process, where a lot of the value is number one, we're making it for users, making it easy for users to go and move from a lead to an opportunity to a proposal, kind of advance through the project stages, but also to collect critical data along the way. You don't want to bog them down with too much data entry, but you want to collect the data that leadership needs really to make more sound decisions. So that's kind of the framework that we're working within. And I like to show that before, because every customer, when they come on board, we go through implementation and we talk about all your stages. What are your stages? What do you call them? Do you want to make some changes? I mean, this is a great opportunity to do things a little bit differently if you're you don't have your process all mapped out. So that's the first thing. So leads and opportunities are just the very stage one, stage two of a project. So in Salesforce lingo, all these things up here, contacts, accounts, projects, tasks, these are all called objects. And so each object, a contact is just a person, an account is a business, and a project is a project, whether it's a pursuit or a contracted project or a historical project. Trying to consolidate things, trying to make it simple. With contacts, so when you go at its core, a CRM is three main things. It's a database. It's a place for all the stuff you're storing in it. It's an activity or task management tool. So my calls, my emails, my meetings, all my follow-ups. It's secondly, it's an activity management tool. And then it's a analytics tool, ideally, and this is where most systems kind of drop the ball a little bit, is once you've got the data in the system, now there are critical insights that you can get for both your forward-looking KPIs, your leading indicators, your pursuit, your forecasting, your pipeline, and your lagging indicators, so where you're winning, where you're losing, and why, the why behind it. So when you're in any of these objects, contacts, accounts, projects being the main one, we can create custom objects as well. But the ability to kind of view by list, so contacts, birthdays, key contacts, etc. These list views are super handy to kind of segment out each object that you're in. So here I've got all accounts, my accounts. I can also list it by the type of firm, and that's really important too when you just kind of want to build some lists. And then with projects being the most critical one, you're looking at your potential projects, your pursuits. You just saw a little in-app guidance there pop up. So if I was a first-time user, it gives me a little bit of help along the way. As far as what everything means, we try to build helpful little tools in there. But I can look at contracted projects as a project owner. I can look at my project. So the list views, I won't get too much into it. It's just a nice way to sort things. You can update across the list view as well. But really, when you're talking about the ease of use of the system, it starts with getting leads into the system. So when we go through our onboarding process, it's, hey, we're only going to require some minimal information at the lead stage. So you've got, in this instance, we've got a required field of the project name, and that's really all we need. Well, maybe you want to require a contact or something like that. But the beauty of this setup here is, as I'm entering in a new lead, I can also create a new client or account on the fly. If they're in the system, you start typing up and they're one of these companies that are in your system, that's great. If they're not, you can create a new one on the fly. So this is where I'm really defining this business by what their relationship is to our business. So what are they? Are they a client, a competitor, a partner, a prospect? This is a great way of organizing everything and also reducing the number of tabs and places that information is stored all over the page. Also, what's their industry? So categorizing the business by their relationship to you, as well as what industry or market they serve. And then the same thing with your contacts. If they're in the system, you want to associate a contact with your new lead. If they're not in the system, you can create a new one on the fly. And this is where you can add them to any kind of marketing list that you have as well. So you fill in first name, last name, maybe an email address, and you want to add them to a marketing list, a newsletter, some kind of a campaign. That's where you can go ahead and do that. And you can email them directly out of the system. So I'm going to just X out of that. I won't go ahead and save everything. But that's really when you're looking at the basics of the system and the database aspect of it, it's the ability to find things. And so in each object, you're able to find things really easily. And then the ability to search across the system, you start typing in some letters. You want to view across the system. It's basically telling me by typing in HOSP, I'm getting a bunch of accounts that contain those letters in them. I'm getting contacts. I'm getting projects, emails. You can see over here everything that contains that. And if I want to dig in a little bit deeper, I can just look at all my projects that are related to that. So you can search across the whole system, or you can narrow it down and say, hey, I want to search by just accounts or just contacts, or I want to look up a dashboard. Super convenient, super easy. What I love about the Salesforce environment is you can't get lost. You're only a couple of clicks away from anything that you want to find. So that database aspect and searchability of it is really critical. So I'm just going to do a quick spin around the home page, and then I'll show you what a project looks like, because honestly, that's really what everything revolves around for us, is the project record, the project lifecycle, helping users moving projects throughout the lifecycle of the project. But we've got a home screen, and this is a demo org, so nothing's live here. But you've got your calendar, and it doesn't matter if it's Google or Outlook. One of the great things about the Salesforce environment is it plugs into stuff. Other applications are friendly with Salesforce. So there are thousands of applications in what they call the App Exchange. And we can connect to system, literally any system that allows us access to it. We are completely open system, open APIs. We are only limited if the other system that you want to connect to is limited. So that's great. The calendars are synced. The tasks, the ability to view tasks. This is another kind of visual as far as list views here. I can look at my open tasks. I can look at tasks I've assigned to other people or overdue tasks. But the ability to pop in new things, this little global actions button, I have this option from my phone, my email, or if I'm in the main application here, I can create on the fly new accounts, contacts, projects, calls, events, etc. So if I want to put in a new task, it's just this simple. You give it a subject, you pick a date. It's either for me or I assign it to another person. I can also assign it to a contact if I want to. Maybe I want to assign it to an account, or maybe to a specific project. So there's all kinds of just easy, quick things you can do with tasks. We can also automate a lot of tasks. All we need is a trigger in the system. So a box gets checked, a date gets hit, or you move from the opportunity stage to the proposal stage, as an example. We can create a new task and assign it to someone, or we can send them an email with a link back to whatever it is they may be interested in. So task management, there are links that we can put on the homepage. We use SAP Concur for expense tracking. So I've got a little link there in my instance. We go to that. We've got, PTO and stuff we handle in the system. You can have a link to that. Just some convenient things that you can put on the dash here. But when you go to, and I'm flipping over to a project, and as promised, I'm going at an overview level here. I'm not going to dig down too deep here. I want to get you all out in a reasonable time. But just to give you a taste of how we're set up for projects and what makes us different from just buying Salesforce out of the box, or an agnostic CRM or other CRMs that you may be using or have seen. When it comes to the project record, we want to have everything right at your fingertips, but easy to find. So we have the layout where we've got the project summary here. We've got different kind of system information, when records were created, last touched. We can see a history of records as far as like an audit trail, who's changed things last. But we've got that we mapped out this life cycle of the project. If a new customer came on board and they say, we combine leads and opportunities, which I just had a conversation today on that, that's fine, no problem. It's all customizable. But what we've built in for a flow here is when you move from a lead to an opportunity, as an example. So lead, all we put in was the project name. So we gave it a project name. But at the opportunity stage, when you think about it, now we're going to want to require some additional information. examples of that would be, hey, now that it's a legitimate opportunity we're pursuing, we're going to fill in the account. We're going to require the account. We're going to require a contact. Maybe we want to update the status here. We're going to track our internal division or office location. And we're going to put our best guess as far as, Christmas. We're just going to start on Christmas. That was random. And then we're going to give it a project amount here. So, reasonable example here in real life. We've got 8 pieces of information we want to capture at the opportunity stage. We go ahead and we save those updates. Several things as a result of this process, there's a lot of benefits. So number one, a new user, somebody who started yesterday, is going to be doing the same thing as somebody who's been doing this for 5 years. So they're all following the same process. So it's easy for users. It creates uniformity and consistency around the data collection process. And then third, it ensures that you capture all of the critical data that you want at each stage so that you can report, dashboard, create visualizations all around the things that are important to you and that you want to see. And we just continue to serve up additional fields that we're going to require at different stages. So at the proposal stage, you might want to have a proposal due date. Maybe the proposal amount has changed from the opportunity amount, and we're going to want to know what type of project this is at this stage, and we go ahead and save that. So I didn't have to hunt and peck all over the page and fill in these things. I've surfaced a project summary here by the fields that I've selected by using that update stage flow. I'm filling in this information at the appropriate time. I'm also filling in some other details, or I can fill in other details afterwards. I can fill in the project teams. So I want to track companies and people from those companies who are partnering with us on the project. I can add people who aren't in our kind of we've got all different kind of company types, and then we've got the corresponding contacts who would go over here as well. But if you have somebody else in the system and you want to search it and add a company, add a contact, or add an employee, so tracking your own personnel on projects is critical too. And then we can do a lot of really cool stuff with resumes. This project, if they're on the project team, is going to populate on their resume. If there are awards, recognitions, tracking certifications and things like that on the employee records. This is really just helping build that 360-degree view. And the way that we do that on the project team is by having a place for the teams to be built out that's fairly simple. In a connected system, if we connect to a financial ERP, a project management system, once we win a project and submit it for startup, we can push data into those other systems to start it. We can also retrieve data back from those systems to update things like the team. This would be one example, or schedule, or financial information. So we're thinking as ourselves as the single source of truth, or central source of truth for business development, marketing, pre-con, executives to view their pipeline pursuits, all of that. Other people are using their other systems, but ultimately we're pulling it back into TrebleHook in a perfect situation where we're pushing and pulling data with other systems to further enhance the value of what you're able to see in here. But some of the other cool things that we're doing is around schedules. We can track tasks, and we can track milestones. If I go in, I'm just going to kind of put a date range here on the project, go in and save that. So I've got a project start date and end date. I've captured some milestone dates along the way. Now, when I want to visualize that data in a Gantt style format, I can do that. I can kind of click on how I want to view it. Here I can see my milestones on my view here. It's a smaller view, so I got to kind of scroll over, but you can see that I just entered this task duration as well. And you can go in and you can enter new schedule line items as well and update that and really track schedules. Coming next is going to be the ability to overlay all these individual project schedules over each other and look at everything in total in aggregate and to be able to draw some really cool correlations out of that. You can also export these, as you can see, to these types of documents as well. So we're trying to build in convenience factors where we can. and make things visually pleasing and easy to move things around. So here you can see we've got the project amount, we've got the updated proposal amount. So the project amount was updated as soon as I updated the proposal amount there. If I want to go in and update the contract, now we've got a contracted amount. Let's say it's now 1.2 million. It started out at $1 million. It went to 1.1. Now we're looking, this is updated here. This is really one of the more critical things that we've done around financials recently, where we're tracking the updates and the different iterations of the project amount, but then we're also tracking a weighted project amount based upon go percentage and win percentage as well. So we're highlighting that in the dashboards so that we're looking at total project value, and we're also looking at weighted project value. So that's a big picture look. Whichever record you're on, you're going to have activities over here on the side. So if you're on a project, you're going to see project activities, a contact or an account. You're going to see activities that are related to those as well. But the dashboard segue that I'd like to make here is we've got three main dashboards in the base TrebleHook product. So we're looking at leading indicators, our pursuits, our forecast and pipeline information. We've got lagging indicators that we're looking at, which is a project performance dashboard. And then we've got kind of an activity measurement just to make sure that the health of usage of the system is up to snuff, and that's our adoption dashboard. But when we look at at a dashboard, there's a number of things that we can do. We can build any number of dashboards. We can also try to build like one comprehensive dashboard and put some filters at the top of it, like I've done here. So we've got this pursuit dashboard. Maybe you want to look at everything in total, or maybe you want to slice it and dice it by the market, or maybe you want to look at things based upon the project start date or your office location. So the ability to take one big dashboard and then break it down into what's important to you, or we can create individual dashboards based on people, their individual roles, or what they want to see. But here we're looking at a pursuit dashboard. We've got our project pipeline, weighted forecast. It's a report underneath that. I just clicked into there and it's spinning up here rather than wait around for it. I'll keep on going. It looks like it's there. And so we're able to go in, and this particular report is built around the project start date and the stage. So individual projects make up, you can see all the projects within the date ranges that we have here, but broken down by month. And if you want to go in and do some updates here, this is what we ideally want firms running their meetings out of TrebleHook. So the Monday morning meeting, everybody gets together. Where are we on these projects? We can talk about it, make some updates. You click the enable field editing, and you can go across these editable fields and update all these editable fields. Some fields will be locked down due to permissioning, or it's a calculated field. Otherwise, it's an open field that you can go in and make updates to. Super powerful tool and a big time saver. Gives a lot of visibility, and it helps make a lot of decisions while you're in these meetings rather than kind of giving anecdotal story time things. But just quickly, I'll run through this. So this is what I was talking about, the project value amount in total. So we've broken that down by project start date as well as stages. Now we're looking at total pipeline weighted value, also broken down by project start date and by stages. So it gives you a real good picture of your pipeline and forecasting. I'll go one last thing, and then I'm going to wrap up. I was hoping to wrap up here right at the bottom of the hour. Looks like I'm on track to do that. So the project performance dashboard is really where you're winning, where you're losing, right? You want to see, based on your historical information, gather a lot of information. So projects that we've won year over, compared year over year, month over month, projects lost year over year. We've broken down this. This is really, I really love this new dashboard that we have. We're looking at project win percentage and average project size broken down by the division, the market, the delivery method, and the project type. So the ability to really take that one set of data and look at it in a number of different ways gives you some really, really keen insights there. So I could go on for quite a while here, and I'm passionate about this. I love it. I love some of the newer things that we've built into the product. We've got things around we're investigating now with AI and forming our AI strategy. There's things, Salesforce, I'm sure you've probably seen on TV. They have Agent Force, and that's something that we're considering going kind of that agent route. We're working with our integration tool as well that has AI capabilities. We're also working with partners who, some of whom you may have met at the show, who have AI capabilities, and we're looking at tying into those, proposal automation, surveys, those types of systems that tie in very nicely with TrebleHook. We're partnering with those folks, and they're doing their own enhancements and things, really cool stuff with AI. So that's great. Mackenzie, I'm going to turn it back over to you now. Thank you, everybody. I hope that was interesting. And if you'd like to take a deeper dive, I'm available. So just let me know, and I'm happy to show you here.
You have John's information, so you can feel free to email him, reach out to him. Will Taylor from our team will most likely be reaching out to each of you guys Monday or Tuesday as a check-in from the webinar, and trying to schedule some time to talk with us more as well. We got something else to give away.
We got Bose headphones.
So if anyone joined a little late, we went ahead and gave away the Air Wrap right away. So we've already given that away, but we had a lot of folks register, so we wanted to give away a pair of Bose headphones, and then we're going to tell you a way to win another Air Wrap. So let's spin the wheel for the headphones, and you pull up the list. Let's see who we got.
I've got some people here.
Some people. Jennifer. Oh, let's see.
So did you jump the gun, Ben?
Yeah, I did. Jennifer Bobbitt?
Jennifer Bobbitt.
If you're in, raise your hand.
I don't see her. No, sorry, Jennifer.
All right, let's spin it again.
Last time it took a few tries. There were a lot of ambitious people who signed up we had a lot of sign up.
Hey, we had some folks that signed up multiple times, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Carolina
is here.
She is?
Yes, she is.
She raised her hand?
No, but I see her here.
Are you listening, Carolina?
Are you listening, Carolina? I'm getting a me with a question mark and an exclamation point. Yes, it is you. So you've got the Bose headphones. Mackenzie has your information here from the sign up.
Yep.
So she'll be getting in touch with you on that. So congratulations. Hope you enjoy them. And then we'll let you go. We did want to wrap up a couple of things here. So Ben was going to talk about
survey.
I had sent out to some of the folks here, and then we sent out a survey to a lot of people. The goal on this is to gather as much information as we can that's going to be helpful to us, that we can get a lot of data. We don't like to build in a vacuum. We like to try to figure out what's really important to people. So that's why we put the survey out. And then as an enticement, we had a second Dyson Air Wrap.
Yes. So apparently the Air Wrap, props to our marketing coordinator, Mackenzie. We were talking about this event coming up at the Amplify event, and we were trying to figure out some giveaways. And of course, some of the boring ideas were like an iPad or AirPods.
I like iPads.
I feel like everyone already has those that have them.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
So Mackenzie, our marketing coordinator, really looked at the audience, and she was like, the Air Wrap is the item we have to have. And I don't think we've ever heard of it. Right?
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah.
But now I do.
Yeah. Of course we do.
I know what I'm getting my wife for Christmas.
Yes. So anyway, so we're going to be giving away another Air Wrap as part of the survey.
Everybody's entered is already filled out the survey. Thank you.
Yep.
And you're entered. So we'll be doing that. Another
end of September.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you'll have to hang tight for that one.
Yep.
But one more thing I wanted to show you before I go, Mackenzie, how do I share my screen back again? Let's get
I think this audience really likes gifts, gift cards.
I don't know.
Right.
I like it.
We had a lot of people that were interested in their wrap.
Yeah.
So we have a referral program that's on our website that John's going to share. If we can get it to pull up. We said we might have.
Here I am.
So there we go.
Yep. So on the TrebleHook website here, if you go over to this resources tab here, and you click down to referral program, we know, I mean, this was SMPS, a lot of networking going on here. Everybody knows everybody. You're in peer groups, tight knit. I mean, you're our best word of mouth. Our customers are our best word of mouth. I had someone earlier today who I'd never talked to before, and they just say, hey, somebody said nice things about you. So that's really how the word spreads.
Yep.
And so we reward you for sending somebody our way, because we have a good chance of getting a new customer if we get to talk to them. So you'll get a $250 Amazon gift card for sending somebody our way. So it's as easy as going on the site, or if you've been talking to me, you can even just tell me and I can enter it for you. I do that too. But yeah, just send somebody our way, and if we talk to them and it's legitimate and an opportunity, then we'll send you an Amazon gift card for that too. So, but check out the website while I'm here. We've customers, we've got spotlights, we've got a lot of blogs. We built up a lot of blog content over the years. So all kinds of different subjects that you might be interested in. CRM Selection Guide is a great ebook. If you are evaluating CRM, take a look at that. It gives you a lot of evaluation criteria. We
had a new customer spotlight just hit our website from Carol Daniel, one of our customers this week. That's a really good one.
Yep.
Cool.
Thank you. And another webinar is coming up next month. So I thank you, Mackenzie, for reminding me. I think that's really going to revolve around the ROI of CRM, which is kind of a tough one to figure. I mean, there's a lot of intangibles with CRM, but there are a lot of things that you can do to justify the ROI. A lot of people are trying to make a business use case internally. We can help with that. We're going to talk about that too.
Do we have any questions?
Any questions?
We didn't really prompt that we were going to have questions.
No, usually we ask for ones in the chat, but if there's anything here that you want to ask last minute, just let us know. We'll hang on for a few seconds here. But other than that, Ben, we've got to get you out to SMPS Amplify next year. So
what's our next event we're going to?
We're going to Procore. We're going to Procore in October. So Houston in October. Looking forward to that.
Hopefully it'll be a little cooler.
I hope it'll be a little cooler. But we're really looking forward to that. So if anybody is heading to Procore, look us up too, or let your teammates if they're going. So
we're gonna have a big team there.
Yep. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a lot of folks at Procore.
And Mackenzie, who came up with the air wrap, she's gonna be there walking around.
Yep.
You get to see her.
You get to meet Mackenzie. That's worth the trip to Houston. Couple of questions. Okay.
Do you have to have Salesforce to use this?
So great question. We get this almost all the time. So we are Salesforce. We're our own product. So you're not buying Salesforce licenses, but you get the Salesforce engine with TrebleHook. So what I showed you on the back end, what our customers don't see is the Salesforce relationship. We're procuring licenses on your behalf, and we're selling everything to our customers. So licenses, implementation, training, ongoing support, everything is through TrebleHook. So that's good news because we're pretty easy to deal with. We're very responsive, and we're going to have, really, really responsive in terms of our feedback, implementation, all of the things that if you have additions, enhancements, things like that you want in the system, we're going to be super responsive. So it is Salesforce, but TrebleHook is our own product. So we always describe Salesforce as the engine. That's what's underneath. So it allows us to build. It allows us to use the workflows. It allows us to connect. We use their API. So the underlying tech stack is Salesforce. The product is TrebleHook. It's all one package. We package it up and we sell and implement.
Yep. And you could buy Salesforce licenses, but we're purpose built. We're already there most of the way.
Yeah. Two kinds of customers we work with. Some who've had like tons of Salesforce customization and spent gobs of money over years, and they're not looking to just jump off of Salesforce. Well, we can help you. We can work with you and help you further enhance Salesforce. We've actually got something in the works where we're going to have a plug-in to existing Salesforce users. We don't have that today, but that is on the radar for us, and it's on the roadmap. But most folks, if when they see us and what, it could be any CRM, Salesforce or whatever, and they see what we've built out, it just, in most cases, unless they've already, spent a ton of time and energy and money into building, it's just easier to slide over to TrebleHook.
All right. Question number 2, is it pay per user application?
Yeah. So it's every user needs a license, and it can be a view only license or an executive type license, or a full use license. And then we have different license packages. So starter would be for smaller firms or firms just, getting their first CRM or moving from a super lightweight CRM to TrebleHook with a little more horsepower. So they're really wanting to focus on accounts, contacts, projects, not a lot of automations, not a lot of customization, but they just want to get into a modern solution that their users will enjoy using. That's kind of start. And then we roll out with Professional, which is our mid-package, all the bells and whistles. So everything that we have, including opening up document generation and things around resumes and proposals and project recap sheets. All the world kind of opens up to all the full features in Professional. And then with Enterprise, we're connecting into industry systems like Deltek or any of the construction CRMs, Sage, Viewpoint, CMIC, or Procore, Autodesk, those types of systems. And then there's a lot of lightweight integrations like HubSpot or Constant Contact, MailChimp, ZoomInfo, LinkedIn Sales Navigator. A lot of those that we can very easily they're not quite plug and play, but take us an hour or two to set up. So
okay. This is a common question. I feel like we hear this from everyone, right? Because we have 80 years of data in Excel spreadsheets, do we do a mass import data through from Excel?
Close. Yeah.
How do we get the data in?
The process. So we do import a CSV file. You probably do not want to go back all 80 years, but if you do, you do. There's probably some gaps in the data. It's really about, it's the big three of contacts, accounts, and projects. The trick is, are they all tied and linked together? It's one thing to bring in orphan contacts, but bringing in orphan projects, if it's not tied to a business or a person, is there a lot of value in that? I don't know. So we kind of look at it, number one, and we have customers who want to do their own data work, and our customers can import the data on their own as well if they want to. Or we have a service where it's like a data management kind of or data cleansing service that we're like, give us your spreadsheets and we will make it get into TrebleHook. So we can do either one. But you've got the idea. It's really a CSV file, and we're just making sure that we've got all the contacts, accounts, projects interlocked with each other, so that when we do that import, then it's all tied together. We typically do, if it was 80 years of data, we would do it in multiple stages. We're going to go back. We're going to get the first couple of years, then we're going to get a few years after that, and then we're just not going to do 80 years of data all at once.
All right. I think that was our question, all our questions. Just to remind everyone, look for an email from John Goff that he would have sent you within the last week about the survey that we'd love for you to participate in.
A week or so ago. Yeah.
Because participate in it, get your name in it, get your name in the hat for another Dyson Airwrap, or I think it was a Yeti backpack. Was the
Yeti backpack?
Yeah.
Another one that people
fill that out, and then we will be following up with all of the folks that fill that survey out. End of September, beginning of October with the results. I think it'll be really good information.
Might even tie it in with the next webinar. I'm not even sure. So we'll see, but we'll keep you posted on that. But thank you, everyone. Really great. Thanks for making Amplify a great success. And we really enjoyed meeting those of you who we met, and a lot of folks out there. So good stuff. Thanks, everybody.